It's about the mutual search by human beings and yetis. The small foot meaning human beings, of course the big foot, the yetis in the Himalayas. So there is this chance encounter between a human being and one of the youngsters from the Yeti gang. When the Yeti gang goes back and tell the young man from the young creature from the Yeti gang goes back and tells his community that he found a small foot, the community did not believe him. They ostracized him, saying that you are telling a lie because small foot does not exist. Likewise, when the small foot went and told his community that he encountered a Yeti, they did not believe him. So they both give up. When the young Yeti was ostracized and he was chased out of the village, some of his friends went back and tried to coax him, saying that we believe you. We want you to go and find and bring proof. And there is this beautiful song that is sung when they try to do this. Let me read a few lines from that song. It says this: take a look around and see the world we think we know. Then look closer. There is more to life than meets the eye. A beauty to behold. It is all much bigger than we know. It is only just beginning to unfold. So let it unfold. As I stand before you today, I have the same feeling. For years, St. Xavier's has been good at imparting knowledge. Of course, as part of our studies and degrees, we did certain amount of research. But it has come a time when we should be the leaders in creating knowledge and sharing knowledge. And that is the primary reason behind starting the Lsra research program. And I would like to reiterate here the focus of the research. I have always believed in these axioms as part of our research program. Our research is for respecting life, not just human life, but all forms of life in the creation. And our research is that is inclusive of all, that will contribute towards the well-being of all, especially the marginalized, the poor, and the underprivileged. Our research must be one that will have great impact and positive impact on our country and its development. Our research must be one that will instill in students a thirst for knowledge, for creating and sharing knowledge, academic rigor and integrity. So I feel extremely proud of our students and their guides for having come up to this stage. And I like to put on record here my gratitude towards Father Vincent Braganza for his guidance from day one of this program, who could not be present here due to various programs. I also would like to thank Father Jaumun and the coordinators of the various departments for ensuring the cycle's progress so smoothly, and the teachers who guided the student for their extra effort, and the students finally for making the best use of this opportunity. Once again, welcome to this award ceremony. Let us all feel proud of our achievements and hope that it is only the beginning. There is a lot more to unfold. Thank you. Have a wonderful afternoon ahead.
Thank you, Father. Now, I would like to request our Father Principal to honor our Chief Guest, Dr. Sunil Babu Shrestha, the Vice Chancellor at NAST. Regional Superior Father Amrit Rai Eshe. Guest of Honor Dr. Suresh Dungil. Mr. Bhu Arun Malla, President of Godavari Alumni Association. Thank you, Father. Now, it's time for us to learn a bit more about the Lsra program. Let's watch this video.
Teaching learning, extension service learning, and research are three non-negotiable parts of higher education. Very often, the colleges involved in higher education, while succeeding in the teaching learning component, have also managed limited success in the extension service learning aspect. Through, for instance, the National Service Scheme NSS. These institutions, however, have found it intimidating to introduce research, the third dimension, into the educational endeavor. The load on the lecturers in terms of their teaching schedules and the burden on the students to learn the load that is being taught are often identified as the villains. In these institutions, research, when it gets rarely done, is by highly motivated individuals in the system. This, in spite of and notwithstanding the fact that every college teacher is expected and required today to have a PhD degree, the qualification which actually reflects research training. St. Xavier's Kathmandu, edged on and encouraged by the Jesuit management and administration of the college, decided to push and integrate research as its third phase. Conscious of the difficulties that would be faced by its teaching community to actually get down to doing research, they opted for the student-driven teacher research model. Students were selected for Research Award Lsra program, in which they would become the hands and feet of their faculty guides to collect and generate data. In doing the guiding, the teachers become the intellects behind the research theme worked on and guide the thinking of the students to prepare a mini thesis. The students in turn, through this process, learn and get a taste for research and get motivated to look at research as a career alternative. This less traveled route of research is named after two eminent scholars of Nepali history and religion, Father Ludwig Stiller S.J. and Father John Locke S.J. Father Ludwig F. Stiller S.J. was born on August 24, 1928 in Salem, OH. Father Stiller served as a teacher, minister, scholar and friend to the people of Nepal until his death. Before joining the Jesuits, he was a seminarian at St. Mendred in Indiana and completed his first 2 years of college there. He then served in the US Army in the military police at Manila from 1946 to 1947. He came to Nepal in 1956 for 2 years of regency at St. Xavier's Godavari School in Kathmandu, before coming to India for theology at St. Mary's at Korsong in India from 1959 to 1963. Father Stiller was ordained for priestly service on March 19, 1962. In 1964, he returned to Nepal and served as minister at St. Xavier's Godavari School for 2 years. founding the now famous Godavari Alumni Association. Meanwhile, he earned his BA and PhD in history from Tribhuvan University, becoming one of the pillars of the research center founded by the Jesuits in Sanipal, Lalitpur. Father Stiller is best known for his scholarly work on the history of Nepal. The Rise of the House of Gorkha, a study in the unification of Nepal, 1768 to 1816. The Silent Cry, the People of Nepal, 1860 to 1830.